Not all Craig Proctor system conferences are the same. Surely you guys know that. As a matter of fact, coming up in June, that would be June 8th, 9th, and 10th, we have our annual System Megaconference. And this is unlike, way different than any conference that we've done, quite a bit different. As a matter of fact, let me just give you an idea of one of the differences. At this conference, before you leave, you will be implementing and have implemented systems in your business right there in front of me and everyone as we're moving through the 3 days together. Right? We don't want to leave there and then begin trying to implement things. While you're there, this is about implementing systems that you're pretty much need to be, in effect in your business right now to make this thing quantum leap, man. So that's a bit different, I believe, than anything that you've probably done before or experienced. Okay, so if you're not familiar with what's going on here, June 8th, 9th, and 10th in Orlando, Florida, you're really missing out here. As a matter of fact, I talked to your competitors. Yep, I talked to your competition. I didn't know if you guys knew this or not, but I talked to them, phoned up your competition, and your competitor said that you did not need to come to the Craig Proctor System Mega Conference. In other words, they would prefer you not come. Stay home. Keep doing what you're doing right now. That is what your competitors would much prefer you do. That's what they're saying. I sure hope that you are not going to go to the Craig Proctor System Mega Conference June 8th, 9th, and 10th in Orlando, Florida. Don't do that. Just stay home. Skip it. You've already been to a Craig Proctor System conference before, so why do you need to go back? You don't need to do that. So in hearing this, I actually wrote down 21 reasons why your competition says you should just stay home. So I got them right here. I wanted to read through them with you. You can see some of them right here on the screen. I'm not getting as many listings as I want, so I'm going to skip the System Mega Conference. Okay? I'm not getting as many buyers to show up to my booked appointments as I want to, so I'm going to skip the conference. I'm not reaching my goals, so I'm going to skip the Mega Conference. I don't have the right people on my team, so I will skip the System Mega Conference. I don't have the right people on my team in the right seats, so I'm going to stay home and skip the conference. My sales meetings are not as productive as I want them to be, so I will stay home from the conference. All right. My tracking and reporting systems are not 100% accurate, so I will skip the System Mega Conference June 8th, 9th, and 10th in Orlando, Florida. You know what? I'm having a difficult time getting more marketing systems implemented, so I will skip the System Mega Conference and stay home. I'm not 100% sure which marketing systems to even implement, so I'll just stay home and skip the conference. How about this one? I'm not 100% sure I have properly proctorized my existing sources of business, so I will just skip the System Mega Conference and stay home. Here's a good one. I'm not sure exactly how to get my phone ringing with more call-ins, so I'll skip. I'll stay home. No reason to come. I'm not getting more than 2/3 of all the leads that say yes to moving in under 6 months to say yes to an appointment. So I will skip the System Mega Conference. I'm not making the kind of money I want, so I will skip the System Mega Conference. I'm not getting my full fee on listings all the time, so I will check out, stay home. I'm not getting my optimum fee on buyer closings, so I will skip the System Mega Conference June 8th, 9th, and 10th in Orlando, Florida. I'm not getting at least one referral a year from each client, so I will just not come. I'm not investing my time only on rainmaking activities, so I will skip the System Mega Conference June 8th, 9th, and 10th in Orlando, Florida. I'm not getting 5-star reviews on every closing, so I will opt not to come to Orlando, Florida. I'm very comfortable where my business is right now, and I don't believe my competition will change or my marketplace will change. So I'll just stay home. I'm very uncomfortable where my business is right now. So I will skip the Craig Proctor System Megaconference June 8th, 9th, and 10th in Orlando, Florida. I'm not hanging out with and masterminding with enough of the right people. We are the sum total of pretty much the 5 people we hang out with. So I'll just skip the System Megaconference, which is where high 6-figure, 7-figure income, millionaire, multimillionaire agents are going to be. They use the system. So I will not go. Yes, that's 21 reasons that your competitors are saying, look, you don't need to go. It's all good. You're good where you are. Just stay. Don't bother coming. Don't look over there. As a matter of fact, why are you listening to Todd right now go on about your attendance is imperative if growth is an imperative for you? Like, why even pay attention to what he says? Every Tuesday, he spends about 5 minutes talking about what's going to be happening at the upcoming events. Just ignore that. Start logging in later. Yeah. One of my favorite ones is when I ask people about it coming is I don't have the money or the time to come. Well, my friend, those are the people who need it the most. It's absolutely why you come. So you need to know the commonalities among our most successful Craig Proctor System members. Okay, is that when things were not so great, when they weren't where they wanted to be, they came to every freaking event we put on. It wasn't the opposite. They said, I'm not where I'm not where I want to be, so I'm not going to go. Or they would justify it in their own mind. Well, I was just at a Craig Proctor conference in Anaheim, so I don't need to go to Orlando. I haven't even implemented the 18 pages of notes that I had from that conference. And I can guarantee you that you're not going to be implementing the 18 pages of notes by the next Anaheim conference either. It's not about that. So remember what I told you guys is that you use the conferences as springboards and deadlines. Springboards and deadlines, each conference. And you prioritize the big rocks in your business, the things that will make the biggest impact. Okay? And you prioritize them and you give yourself a deadline by the next conference to get that done. It may be 1 or it may be 3. One example would be the referral marketing system, all 5 parts of it. Let me get that implemented and done by the next conference. That's a pretty good business plan to have. And you work with your coach on these things. So look, we put this event together for you, not for me, not for Craig. Okay, not for the coaches. We put it together for you. So it's about you being way more clear on what to implement and the right systems in your business. It's the System Mega Conference. So every day, all day long, we're going to be talking about systems, from one system to the next system. All of the marketing systems that are working in today's marketplace to get listings. Okay. The systems best for conversion and follow up. The systems for dealing with objections. As a matter of fact, making them go away before they're ever even asked. Okay. The systems for hiring. Okay. And training really good people for your sales team, and getting more 5-star reviews, and of course, repeat and referral business. All of those systems right there over the course of 3 days. It's like 3 years worth of consults happening in 3 days. So you can take 3 years with your coach on the phone once a month for an hour, or you can show up to Orlando June 8th, 9th, and 10th, and it's like fast track it, man. So anyway, I know that I've said this before, and I'm going to continue to say it as long as you know me, because these events are the game changers for you in the implementation of the Craig Proctor system, and a lot is going into them. So here's what we're going to get when you get there. Let's see. Over the 3 days, we've got 20 sessions. We got the 8 millionaire agent presenters. That doesn't count the panels that put together. So mastermind breakouts as well. There's a system workbook and business assessment that you're going to have. Last I counted, there were 50 50 PowerPoints, not slides, but 50 PowerPoints, PDFs, and documents and system materials. So my idea here is for you to gain a foothold in implementation of the system way faster. So you want to bring your key people here on your team, your best, the number one assistant, maybe your key OSA or 2 or 3, and get them all there, because we're going to be collaborating throughout the 3 days so that you can implement these systems before you ever even leave. And you can view event details. There's the agenda. It's posted right there for you to see. And when you look at it, you're going to say, wow, that is nothing like I just experienced when I was in Anaheim. It's not even similar. And you're right, it's not. Look, it's impossible to cover an entire business system. Surely you guys know this. It's an impossibility to get through the entire Craig Proctor system, platinum level, okay, full-on implementation of the business plan in a 3-day conference. It literally takes the entire year to get through just the plan, the system, okay? And then by the time the next year rolls around, you're right. Changes in marketplace, supply and demand, new technologies, new people, changes in environments and culture demand that we got to do it every year, just like McDonald's does with its franchisees. Okay? So anyway, hopefully that helps. And get you all motivated to be there. You're more than welcome to share today with me, reasons why you believe it's not a good idea to come. And I'm sure your competitors would go right along with that idea. So anyway,